producer Mike today. Get ready, because on this program today, we will show you what happened when the World Heavyweight Champion Magnus went face-to-face with the Icon Sting.
JB, let's talk about the ImpactWrestling.com match of the week. We take you back to Genesis 2012. It's for the World Heavyweight Championship, and it's the charismatic Enigma Jeff Hardy facing Bobby Roode.
Right now, we're going to kick things off with Explosion exclusive action coming your way.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Jacksonville Beach, Florida, Samuel Shaw.
And right off the bat here on Explosion, you must take note, Mike, today. This guy's dressed a little different. He looks a little different. He carries himself a little different. You can tell he's a little different.
I think that's the theme when it comes to Samuel Shaw. Yeah, there is just something a little bit different about Samuel. We have seen him recently on Impact Wrestling, and it looks to me like the future is very bright for one Samuel Shaw. We'll see how he does this week on Explosion.
And his opponent from Muscle Shoals, Alabama, Dewey Barnes.
Ah, yeah, just up the road in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Dewey Barnes, a native, a home Alabaman. Is that it? Alabaman?
Yeah, Alabaman.
And he is set for action, stepping inside the ring. This guy's full of energy. He's excited. He's happy to be here.
He's a nerd. Did you mention that?
I'm not going to throw stones, trust me. Here he is, Dewey Barnes, set to do battle tonight with the very, I guess, peculiar, ominous,
eccentric
Samuel Shaw this week on Explosion. And I'll tell you what, the lovely Christy Hemme right down here to my right, she's got some googly eyes right now. And they're not at you or me, Mike. They're at a certain individual in the ring, and I'm not talking about Stifler.
No, you're talking about Samuel Shaw. It's strange, that look that Samuel Shaw has, and we saw it on Impact Wrestling recently. It's almost like a stare that he has when he looks over at Christy Hemme at ringside. Just a little bit creepy.
Yeah, a little creepy. Starts off the match with a clean break. There's Dewey Barnes in the corner now and trying to get the fans riled up. I'll tell you what, we were riled up. We are so excited. Just around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
The United Kingdom Maximum Impact Tour. Let me name them off for you real quick. Dublin, Glasgow, Birmingham, Manchester, London. 5 in a row, 5 nights of uninterrupted Impact Wrestling taking over with the Maximum Impact Tour.
Yeah, everybody with TNA and Impact Wrestling so excited to be headed to the UK, Scotland, England, Ireland. It's going to be a tremendous tour, and we cannot wait.
No question about it. And tell you what, from the looks of things,
did you know?
Oh,
look at the stare down.
He's looking right at Christy Hemme. That is unbelievable. I mean, I've never seen a man so taken. I don't want to say taken, but just kind of.
Well, we were able to see on Impact Wrestling when we had the video of the two of them going out on a date.
Yeah.
And things didn't go too well when that the waiter that was involved.
I certainly don't want to be the waiter for his table next time around.
I'll pass.
Mackerel. Goes for the big right hand. Dewey Barnes now connects and again goes into the ropes. Wow. And is met like a head-on collision. Clothesline courtesy of Samuel Shaw. This match will continue. Explosion exclusive action. More when we return. We are back. This is Explosion. It's Samuel Shaw going one-on-one with Dewey Barnes. And if you're just joining us, the Samuel Shaw guy, Jacksonville Beach, Florida native, but well, you wonder what's really where he's at, you know, inside his head. I mean, what town is he living in there?
And what we talked about before the commercial break, he's so intense, he's awfully eccentric, but he's always staring over at Christy Hemme at ringside, and with every offensive move that he makes, with every blow, every strike to Dewey Barnes, he then stops, registers, looks over at Christy again.
It's almost like he's not looking for approval necessarily, he's just kind of looking, and once again, case in point, just staring right at Christy Hemme, right to our right. So some rabbit punches to the back of the head. Just some devastating, methodical offense from Samuel Shaw.
Yeah, you can call it methodical, but it certainly is effective. And when you add that layer of intensity that Samuel Shaw brings to the ring, he's going to be a very difficult person to deal with here in 2014 in terms of TNA and Impact Wrestling.
I think methodical is probably the best word we've got to just look at this, just kind of wrenching his head. I mean, I have a feeling if he had his way, he'd tear that neck entirely off.
Yeah, vice-like move, and you see how the powerful knee is driven by Shaw right into the midsection of Dewey Barnes. And again, the eye contact made with Christie.
And look at this, just wrenching on the head of Dewey Barnes.
Yeah, back to the head vice one more time.
And it's almost like he's inflicting this pain, as if it's a, you know, almost something for Christie Hemme. Almost as a sign of his appreciation for her. Who knows? Goes into the corner now. Dewey Barnes out of the way just in the nick of time, and Barnes now laying in the right hands. 3 of them in a row, and wow. A high elevated knee from Barnes. Connects once again. Can't knock Samuel Shaw down into the ropes. Oh, and it's met straight on.
Yeah, that's
We've seen
the
this
finishing
before.
move that we sure have seen. It's a judo move. It's a standing head and arm choke. The katagatami applied here, and the submission move is in, and that's that extra little twist.
Right in his ear. Go to sleep, Dewey Barnes.
Your winner, Samuel Shaw.
Samuel Shaw gets the win this week on Explosion. And meanwhile, just stare at Christie Hemme, a little point. And victorious this week on Explosion, Samuel Shaw. So much great stuff yet to come this week. What happened when Sting and the World Heavyweight Champion Magnus went face to face? We are going to find out on this edition of TNA Explosion. Samuel Shaw gets the victory this week on Explosion.
We're back live
Magnus.
at Genesis.
This isn't about EC3 and me. It's not about Dixie and me. It's about you and me.
What I need to do is step back, refocus, realize what Bobby Roode's been doing, which is getting in my head. When I found that out and I figured that out, I won't let him do it again.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back on Impact Wrestling, and it's time to find out who steps up, who accepts Kurt Angle's open challenge.
No way.
What? Bobby Roode?
You gotta be kidding me.
I mean, we know that Kurt Angle is scheduled to face Bobby Roode in the steel cage.
Kurt's happy. Look
and
at
to
his face.
Genesis, and now Bobby Roode, obviously Bobby Roode doesn't want to wait until Genesis.
You want me in that cage tonight? You want me to step foot in that cage tonight? You don't want to wait for me, huh? You don't want to wait till next week? You want to see me get in the cage tonight, huh? Oh, here we go.
Let's go.
Well, you know what, Kurt? That would be just plain stupid. Now, you're gonna have to wait till next week. But you know what, Kurt? I found somebody who actually hates you just as much as I do. As a matter of fact, I found 2 guys who hate you just as much as I hate you. So without any further ado, your opponents here right now, tonight, Kazarian and Christopher Daniels.
Oh man. Remember the word that you used earlier when it came to this open challenge? Risky.
Yes, and now it's a 2-on-1 deal in a steel cage for Angle.
Doesn't matter. I'll take them 1 at a time, 2 at a time, whatever it takes, whatever I have to. I'll get Bobby Roode's number 2.
Tell me about Kazarian and Daniel. Seem like they're doing a little bit of Bobby's dirty work. They're trying to weaken you as he knows he has to face you.
Yeah, I think the psychology for Bobby Roode was to get his buddies to weaken me up, soften me up for for Genesis. It didn't happen, it just made me stronger.
Seems like we talked about the other night, taking a break over the holiday, regrouping. 2014, I'm sure I know what your New Year's resolution is.
Yeah, I took a break, spent time with my family, realized it's not the end of Kurt Angle. What I need to do is step back, refocus, realize what Bobby Roode's been doing, which is getting in my head. When I found that out and I figured that out, I won't let him do it again. As long as I have that, as long as I have my own head, my own peace of mind, I'll beat Bobby Roode 24/7, 365.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is our huge stakes main event on Impact Wrestling. It is a title unification match. Champion versus champion, AJ Styles versus Magnus. But now, look at this from the back. It's the Bromance and DJ Zima with the attack on Sting.
Oh man, this thing is, it's crazy here. I get no disqualification, and it's just, wow, wow.
Are you kidding me?
Bro, think about it. Nobody's a friend of AJ Styles, and we do what our boss told us to do, plain and simple. Am I right, bro? He went on vacation. He turned his back on the entire company. Why would anybody go out there and save him anyway? Plus, if he goes out there, I mean, you're gonna have to face us. Who pays us our money? Not AJ Styles. Who pays us our money, bro?
So is this a changing of the guard, a new regime, out with the new faces?
Who's younger, AJ Styles or Magnus? Zima, who's younger, AJ Styles or Magnus? Magnus. Who's more jacked? Magnus. Who's better looking?